What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today I have some NFL content. Today I want to talk about the New York Giants. I want to talk about Saquon Barkley. It just looks like the situation he's in is something that a lot of running backs are dealing with when it comes to the salary. A lot of running backs has been vocal about, the salary cap between running backs. Running backs feel like they're not being appreciated. They're not getting, their value is low under the market. And there's just been so many players dealing with their contracts. And I feel like the biggest name we all could go back to is Le'Veon Bell. He was one of those players that kind of rebelled against. There was always running backs in the past that, Emmitt Smith was probably the most popular running back that, with Dallas, he pretty much sat out. He was willing to sit out an entire season until Jerry Jones paid him, and it worked. Jerry Jones ended up paying Emmitt Smith, the X amount of money he wanted. But here we are, guys, in 2023, and it just seems like, the running back value is becoming an issue, and we're seeing so many, running backs be vocal about it. But as of today, guys, so the Giants and Saquon Barkley had to reach an agreement by the 4 o'clock hour of today. Obviously, right now it's already past 4, and it looks like the headlines is already reporting that Barkley has not reached an agreement, and now he has a decision whether he wants to play in this year's season under his franchise tag of $10 million. So it just looks like Saquon, he's pretty much been negotiating a deal from last year. I believe it was the bye week for the Giants of last year that he was negotiating a deal. And again, guys, all this is piling up all the way to mid July, heading into August, and still no contract. So it just seems like there's just a big dispute of what that number actually is. So looking at the number before the weekend, I'm seeing that the Giants had an offer of the amount of money of $19.5 million. And then it just seems like the Giants increased that number to $22.2 million. But it just seems like Barkley he's still not, the leverage that he wants is still not there. I'm not too sure what the incentives is or, what are the bonuses, but it just seems like there's something not right about his contract, and he just feels like the contract that the Giants are offering him is not enough. Obviously with Daniel Jones, I don't want to get into it. I know Daniel Jones, he negotiated his contract and he's getting $40 million. The Giants were willing to pay him. They see so much Eli Manning and Daniel Jones where they were just willing to just give him whatever he asked for him. But I understand, the quarterback position is more valuable than the running back position. I get that. But I still think that the Giants are dropping the ball on this, man. With Saquon Barkley, he is just such a tremendous running back. And, he's been with this team for about 5 seasons now. And just looking at what he did, I believe he got injured in 2020. I believe he tore his ACL, and then I think he had like a high ankle sprain in 2021. And I know he hasn't been healthy, but looking at what he did last year, this guy had over 1,312 yards rushing. He averaged 4.4 yards per rush. He had 10 touchdowns and 57 receptions. This guy was pretty much the Giants' offense last year. And for me, I was a fantasy owner of Saquon Barkley, and he was doing a lot of work with the Giants. And just coming back from his injury, I feel like that's why the Giants should pay him, because when everybody was saying, when he tore his ACL, everybody was saying, oh, he's done. But what did he do? He rehabbed, he came back even stronger and better. And if anything, he could have won, a comeback player of the year award or something. But I just think with Barkley, I just feel like he feels betrayed. He feels like the organization is not really backing him. And I could see his frustration because, again, he's put his hard work with the Giants. A lot of rehabbing, and just being a running back, I feel like he should get paid. But, again, guys, I know there's just a whole lot to it. But if Barkley does decide to hold out, he will be losing, himself. It will cost him some money, guys. So it looks like he has until week 10 to sign with the Giants, to sign his franchise tag deal. If he doesn't, then he will be losing out, possibly, guys, around $560,000 per game. That's something that he can be losing out on. So it just seems like the ball is in the Giants' court, but it just seems like they don't want to pay him. So it's just looking like there's going to be a holdout. I can see Barkley, he's going to do the whole Le'Veon Bell thing. And again, there's other running backs dealing with the same thing. I know with the Las Vegas Raiders, it's looking like Josh Jacobs is doing the same thing, with the Raiders. It just seems like a lot of these players feels like they're not getting their end of the stick. But I just want to just touch up a little bit on this subject. I'm not going to go too much into details as far as the contract, because it just seems like every time there's reports of like what is being offered, Saquon keeps putting like a caption and saying that it's cap, and like like a lot of this stuff is fake news pretty much. But it just seems like the Giants is not willing to give Saquon, a long extended contract. They don't want to give him that. They want to franchise tag him, and it just seems like that's what GMs are doing in this day and age of football. The value of a running back is running so low, and again, this is just going to be a huge issue moving forward. And we've been seeing a lot of running backs being vocal about it. I mean, there's running backs that's probably willing to retire because of the salary cap of what's happening in the NFL. But with that being said, guys, I don't want to make this video too long. I mean, I might make a part 2. I mean, this is all breaking news, but the Giants have failed to reach an agreement with Saquon, and it just looks like there's probably going to be a holdout going on until he continues to bargain. But let's just see what happens. So with that being said, guys, be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be dropping a lot more NFL content, and be sure to drop a like, drop a comment, and I got you guys covering. So until next time, guys, have a good day. Peace.